Hey guys, this is Victor Delorme. Welcome back. In today's video, guys, I would like to talk to you about um, if you are selling your business or if you know someone that is selling their business, and what are some of the pieces of information, what are some of the nuggets of information that you always want to consider at the moment that you are thinking about selling a business. So for example, at our firm, the Delorme CPA, we help hundreds of clients with their accounting, with their tax planning, as well as we provide consulting services, right? And I want to share with you a couple of examples which I've experienced, I would say, in the last year, as it relates to when business owners are selling their business. And I'm going to give you one that is very good and the other one is not as great. But before I do that, don't forget to click subscribe in order for you to be up to date with always nuggets of information that I would like to share with you. What are some of the first aspects that you need to consider when you're selling your business, right? Number one is presentation. You want to make sure that your books and records of your business are crispy clean, right? You want to make sure that your balance sheet is put together, your profit and loss statement is put together, as well as the cash flow statements, right? And you always want to have historical information also for your financials, right? Another aspect you want to make sure is that you want to make sure that your list of assets is well documented, right? And also you want to make sure that the assets that are not important, you get rid of those assets, right? You want to make sure that you have your schedule of liabilities, right? All the loans that you have on your real estate, or all the loans that you have in other assets of the business and other pieces of equipment of the business are, well documented, right? You want to make sure of that. Another aspect you want to make sure is that you want to know the value, the price that you're assigning to your business, right? So for example, when people are running their own business, right, and they have an emotional attachment to the business, right? I see this every day, right? It happens to everybody. And so you might have an idea of what the price that you could, assign to your business is. But that may not be the price that another party might be assigning or be able to offer you for your business, right? So when that happens, you want to make sure that you talk to a professional that specializes in valuation services, right? And a valuation professional could typically give you an estimate range of the value of your business, right? And this could be based on assets, this could be based on profits, or this could be on cash flows, right? You want to make sure that you are executing the right tax strategy when it comes to when you're selling the business. Because remember, guys, this is very important. It's not how much money you make, but it's actually how much money you keep, right? So if you sell the business and you have a tax bill that is higher than what it should have been, then you're not keeping too much money, or you're not keeping the money that you were entitled to keep should you have done the right process or the right planning, right? I'm gonna give you a couple of examples, right? And I'll give you an example of a client, someone that I know is selling or sold an insurance agency not too long ago. And so we basically had a conversation about what should be some of the strategies that they should follow in order for them to have a better tax outcome. And part of the conversation was, okay, so are you going to be selling the business? Are you going to be selling the list of clients? Are you going to be selling the stock of the business? What's going to be the structure of this transaction, right? So the business was sold for $1.2 million, right? And unfortunately, for this group of owners, they did not do any tax planning when they sold the business. Zero tax planning, right? Which sucks big time. Because if you really think about it, right? Let's say that you are selling an asset, and for, you know, federal tax level purposes is 20%, right? It's a long-term gain, right? So if it's $1 million, you know, it's a couple $100,000. And let's say that you are in a state that the income tax rate is 6%, you know, let's call it $1 million, is $60,000. So you have $200,000 at a federal level, and then you have $60,000 at a state level. You put these two together, you have $260,000 in taxes that you're paying. That because of this group didn't do any tax planning, they didn't follow the advice, or were not open to hear, it's costing them $260,000 in taxes. Ouch. I'm gonna give you another example, right? So this client is selling a medical facility, right? And the list price is gonna be in the multiple 7 figures. Call it, you know, $3.5, $4 million, right? And we already started conversations, right? So I told my client, so before you put this business on the market and you list it with a professional broker, let's have a conversation about what the asking price is going to be, what the commissions for the agents are going to be, what the liabilities, the loans that you have attached to these assets, and what your equity is, right? So we're already having this discussion, guys, right? We're having this discussion. And we are also discussing, okay, are you going to be selling the entirety of the business? Meaning, are you selling the holding company that is holding this asset, right? Are you selling only the fixed asset of this business to the buyer? Are you going to be selling the stock? Are you going to sell the fixed assets, right? So we're having already this conversation in order for us to put together a tax strategy, guys, that's going to help our client to save a lot of money in taxes, right? That he can take this profit and roll it over to an next investments. Let's recap, guys. So when you're selling your business, you want to make sure that, number one, your books and records are accurate. You want to make sure that you have the right valuation. And number three, you want to make sure that you talk to your CPA or your tax professional and you have the best, nothing but the best tax strategy for when you're going to sell your business. Okay, so don't forget that. Otherwise, you're gonna end up with less money than you deserve. And think about it. You've been running your business 3, 5, 7, 15, 20 years, a long time, right? And you know, you want to make sure that you are, you know, exiting the business at the right price, with the right outcome, with the right buyer, right? And you want to make sure that your clients or the assets are well taken care of by the new buyer. But also you want to make sure that you're not overpaying taxes. So that's it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I certainly did. Love helping my clients when it comes about tax planning and the right business strategies in order for them to have a better exit in this case. And don't forget, always subscribe for you to get information and nuggets about the things that we are developing and how we're helping our clients. We'll see you soon. To get a copy of our book, please see the description below. Click it, get a copy of it, enjoy it, and I'll talk to you soon.